Okay, so here I'm just doing some basic scanning drills. Or I'll just have like a screen that plays a bunch of colors and like cones that match those colors. Basically spread them around. I'm right now. It might look like I'm going pretty slow, but you know, if you understand, like it might look like I have a lot of time just being on the cone, but you realize like the whole point of scanning is that you have to like really just the whole point is like you don't have to know everything that's on the field, but you have to know like what to scan and what to look for. So for me, right, like whenever I drive to a cone or before I leave a cone, some basic rules is like I usually always look for cones that are furthest away from me and cones that are the closest to me. And especially cones are in my blind spot. Like let's say I arrive at a cone that's literally right in the middle of the whole setup, right? And so half the time, because my vision is limited, there's gonna be a lot of stuff that's in my blind spot, you know. And especially when I have to face the screen, which is when I reset, I have to automatically face the screen. That means that like there's a lot of things behind me, a lot of hidden information that I would only get if I actually look for them in that small small window where I get to scan. And so, you know, it's like also it's like if you don't have good dribbling and good handles, this is actually even harder. The first time I did this, I really struggled because I realized like shit, like I was missing a lot of basic touches, right? Like I couldn't even kill the ball properly and stop it at a cone without like, you know, 1 or 2 hiccups. But I think I've gotten pretty good at it, which is what I might look pretty slow. But I mean, it's actually just like I'm not trying to really prioritize, you know, intensity in that sense. I'm just trying to go for efficiency, and efficiency, like it matters a lot too, because like, you know, the more efficient you are, the less time you waste, and therefore the more time you get to actually scan. So on drills like this, it really eliminates that flare that let's say you normally would have, and it replaces it with like this kind of robotic efficiency where it's not really robotic, but it's still like you're still looking for things, you know. And it's like I think that's like the mark of like, you know, a really good professional player, is if like they almost have that like really good efficiency where they kind of just know what to do. You know, their movements, they're not always the fanciest, although they could be because they're professionals, right? But they choose to just go for like the more efficient route, which makes a lot of sense. Because, you know, when you're in a game, professional, high level, where it's like everything is high speed, you know, let's say there's a defender coming in your blind spot. You don't want to be wasting all of that window, that's like split second of time you get on like, you know, doing a bunch of nothing and just wasting your time on the ball. And so it makes sense, like when the window for me is like a few seconds or even a second and a half, for them it's like a split second. So that's why I really see how like they really want to be as efficient as possible. You know, just because I mean that's kind of survival, right? Like if they don't, then it's like that's unfortunate if they don't, because then unless they have the raw technical ability, which I mean a lot of them could have, and that's why they're professionals, I think. Then they're gonna be like pretty much swallowed alive, you know, by like the competition. And so yeah, I mean right now I'm just trying to focus on efficiency. Not too much about speed, but the speed, it will come, you know, if I become more efficient and I manage to like bridge my time. So let's say right now I'm giving myself a second or two of an open window, right? But then I might change that in the future, you know, I might try to like make that shorter. Let's say even down to like half a second. That would be really good. Half a second of just getting time to just check where everything needs to be. You know, like what's in front of me, what's not in front of me, in a few seconds, or not in like a split second. I think that's really the goal here. I'm gonna move on to some shooting. This one's gonna be like, I'd say inspiration from a lot of like trainers. So this one, credits goes to Become Elite, Matt Shouten. I watch him a lot, and I saw this in one of his training videos with some of his other players. But I'm basically gonna roll the ball to myself, and then basically I'm gonna have to only take a touch out without the foot, and then I'm only allowed to take 1 or 1.5 touches and then shoot, right? And so pretty much anything that's more than that is gonna be blocked right away. Trying to limit it to just 2 if I have to, because I mean, yeah, I'm not as good as them yet, obviously, and like they were struggling to do it.